Hi guys. So today we will see about the some concepts of Python syntax, indentation, and comments. So these are very important in order to write the code correctly. If even if you make any syntax error, then the entire code will be wrong. So you won't get an execution. I mean, you won't get any output. So in order to make the correct code, then you have to follow the proper syntax. So here, first of all, we will be learning about the syntax here. So what is this syntax means? So it is nothing but it is a set of rules for how code is written. So the interpreter can read and run it. So syntax is nothing but some set of rules. Suppose we are writing some code. For writing that code, we have to follow some conventions and some rules. So whenever you follow those rules for writing the code, that is called syntax. So whenever you write the code correctly, then the interpreter can able to read your code and it can able to run it. So that is what the syntax. And why Python feels simple means, so here we are having minimal punctuations. So in C programming language we have seen, even if we want to run the hello world program, we have to import the header files like stdio.h, then we have to write the main function, then we have to mention the flower brackets opening and close, and we have to write the return statement. But coming to Python, you no need to mention any header files, you no need to mention any main function like that. Directly you can able to write the variables and you can able to print. So that's why Python feels simply. So next one is error stop execution. So it means nothing but, even if you are having whenever you are writing some code in Python, even if you are if you find any small error in the above line, then automatically it will detect the error and it will block that code and it will stop the execution. It means wherever you get the error, there only the code will stop and it will throw an error. But coming to C programming language, it will not throw an error until the completion of the code execution. So after executing the code only we get errors and it will show an error. But in Python it doesn't work like that. Even if you are writing, even whenever you are writing the code, even if you find some errors on above the lines, then there it will show an error and it will stop the code, it will stop the execution. So that's why. And also readable code skills. So readable code skills means, so the consistency. So whenever you are giving the correct syntax consistently, then it will improve the collaboration. Not only that, whenever you are writing the code consistently without any errors, then it will improve the code quality also, and also it will improve the reliability also. So when you are having this consistent syntax, then we can able to improve the code quality, reliability, and maintainability. So this is why the syntax is matter. So I think it is very clear to you. And next one I want to say is, so Python syntax is case sensitive. So case sensitive is nothing but, here I am showing with example C. So here uh, what here we are having this variable equal to 20, and this variable equal to 10. Here you can able to see both are variable only, but you can see the difference is that only the first letter. Here it is capital letter, here it is small letter. So this is case sensitive. Sorry, just wait. So the case sensitive means, even if it is having the same meaning, but the first letter is different. That is, this is capital letter and this is small letter. Even why it is making difference means because of the ASCII character. So the ASCII value for this capital V is different and the ASCII value for this small v is different. So that's why this case sensitive is coming into the picture. So that's why we are treating this as distinct entities. So even having similar names. So here we are having similar names, but the Python treats them as a separate variables. Why? Because of the difference in this case. So as a result, each variable will hold a different value. So this will hold a 10, this will hold a 20. So whenever you try to print this, different values will be printed for different variables. So if I print this like print variable and print variable, so what will happen means different values will be printed. Now you can see. Just wait, it is connecting to the runtime. So see here, so 10 and 20 are printed. It means this capital V with a variable name is storing 10 and the small v with a variable name 20 it is storing. It means these are case sensitive, even having the similar names, but the value is different because of the difference of this ASCII value character. So that is what. And also what I mean to say means statements are written one per line. It means if we are writing any statements, for every line we will write only one line. For every line we will write every statement. And also here we don't need to we don't require any semicolon also. So at the end of the statement, at the end of the program in C programming we will give semicolons. But in Python programming we don't need to give any semicolons. So that is the specialty of the Python programming language. And basic Python syntax is this is what. So for output we will use parentheses and quote in order to display our results. So what is the basic syntax for printing hello world means you just write print, then you have to give parentheses, then give double quotes, then hello world. Now you can able to see the output. So hello world will be printed. So this is the basic syntax in the Python. Okay. Next one is variables. So we will discuss this variables concept in later video. So here we will be going with the syntax, indentation and comments only. So next one is expressions. So here expressions means what it will do means it will combine the values with the different operators. Suppose we are having two different variables. So two different variables are storing two different values. So by combining those values, that is by using this addition operator, it will combine both the values with that expression. So that in a single statement it is producing the output. So that is what. Now we will see the indentation rules and all the things. So indentation is nothing but, so why we are using this indentation means in order to define the level of nesting in your code. So whenever we are writing some code, in that code we have to define some block of, in order to define some level of nesting. So it means why we are using means indentation defines the block in functions. So whenever we are writing some functions, it will define some blocks, and along with that it will define loops and conditionals. So indentation is nothing but space. So whenever we are using loops or conditional statements or functions, there we will define blocks. After defining the blocks, then we will give some space. Then after that space we will try to implement that print statement. So that is what. So next one is errors and readability. So whenever you give the wrong indentation, so giving wrong indentation leads to the indentation error. So it means you are given some code. So after that some code you forgot to give some space. Instead you directly printed the statement. So it will throw an indentation error. So it means we have to give some space after some loops or some conditional statements or functions. Then only it will give correct indentation. So whenever you give this correct indentation, it makes intent obvious. Next one is stream standard. It means according to the stream standard, we will use 4 spaces per level. So for each and every level, we use 4 spaces. So why? In order to keep the code consistent. So whenever you want to keep code consistent, then we use 4 spaces, and it will keep clean, and also we can able to maintain it easily collaboratively. So this is what the indentation rule. So now see, so indentation in practice. So where this indentation comes into the picture means conditional logics. Suppose if you are using any conditional statements, so during that conditional statements we have to give this indentation. So there the indentation comes into the picture. So the indented lines will run only when the condition is true. So whenever the condition is true, then only it will run. Otherwise the unindented lines will run. So if the condition is true, then indented lines will run. Otherwise unindented lines will run. So that is what. And why indentation is matter means, so if there are any misaligned indentation, so those will change the meaning. So whenever there are some misaligned indentation, so it will change entire meaning of the program, or it will trigger some errors. So in order to handle those errors, and in order to prevent those meaning, then we are using this indentation. And real use cases, so where we will use this indentation means input validation. Next one is feature access. So whenever you want to access some features, there we will use this indentation. And also whenever you are using this nested logic, there the nested logic depends on the consistent indentation. Suppose if you are using 3 or more if statements, so the current if statement depends on the previous if statement indentation. If the previous statement indentation is correct, then only it will come to this current indentation. Then only it will come to current conditional statement, and it will print. Otherwise it will stop there, and it will print previous if statement only. So that is what. Now we will see some example. So how indentation is matter means. So suppose x equal to 10. So if x mod 10 equal to 0, print even. Else print odd. Here you can able to see this indentation. So after this conditional statement, so here I have given some space, right? So after giving this space only, we have to give the print statements. So now say x mod 10 equal to 0. If the remainder is 0, it will print even. Otherwise, for the else statement also, this is also comes under the conditional statement only. So after this also we are given some indentation. Then after that we are printing the statement. Now let us see the output will be even, because 10 is an even number. Otherwise, if we do not give indentation space here, then what will happen means it will throw indentation error. Okay. See, indentation error. It means there should be some block. There should be indented block after conditional statement. Otherwise, it will throw an error. So this is the block. So this is the block that I want to give. So this is what the correct indentation. So and also if you write another print statement also, if you give this print also, it will give error also. Automatically it will show the red mark. So that is what the specialty of the Python programming language. So next one is, and also what is the use of indentation means code reusability. So it means whenever you are using this indentation, it will improve the code reusability. So by representing the structure and the hierarchy of the code blocks. Next one is code execution. So if you want to execute the code, the indentation is very important for the proper execution of the code. So if you want to execute your code properly, then we should have the correct indentation. Otherwise, if you are having incorrect indentation, it will lead to syntax error or logical error. So this is what. Next one is code organization. So whenever you give the indentation consistently, the code keeps organized and cleanly. So this is what. Now we will see the comments. So comments. So what is this comments means? It is a non-executable part of the code. It means even if you try to run that comment, it will not print. It is a non-executable part. So that is what the comment. So whenever you are giving some comment in the code, even if you try to run the code, it will not give the output for the comment, because that is a non-executable part of the code. It means that is only for human readers. So that comment is made for only for human readers. Why? Because means in order to understand the code functionality, it means what is happening there, what is the logic that is present there. So in order to understand the code functionality only, the comments were made. And also the Python interpreter automatically ignores the comments. And also here we are having two types of comments: single line comment and multi-line comment. So how do you represent the comment means? With the hash symbol. So hash symbol. So that is single line comment. So if you want to represent the multi-line comment, you give the hash symbol like this. So this represents the multi-line comment. So generally how do we give this comment in the coding part means like this. So you give this hash symbol, you give this is a number, next you give this is condition checking statement. Now you see, if I run this, it will give even only, it will not give this comment. Why? Because means it is only for human purpose. So that's why it is a non-executable code. It will not execute at all. So this is what. And what are the uses of comments means? So we are having a lot of uses for these comments. So that is, it will increase the readability, and also it will explain the code to the others. Suppose you have written some code, so if you want to explain that code each and every line to the other person, you just write the comment for every line. Then it will be very helpful for the others in order to explain that code. So by using these comments, you can able to explain the code to the others also. And also after even you can able to understand the code very easily by seeing the comments. And also it will include the resources. It means where you have extracted. So by using these comments, we can able to include the resources. And also we can able to reuse the existing code also. So from the existing code only, we can able to use that code and we can able to print it. So that is what. So we already discussed this single line and double line comment. So this is what. So these are the best practices for the beginners. So if you like my learning and if you like my teaching, please like, share and comment and subscribe. So we will see you in the next video. So until then, bye.